started 14 years ago, and Neil and I bought a mare together. At the time I was managing a big farm called Eliza Park, and Neil was a client there, and quickly our little broodmare band grew, and we decided to start doing sales ourselves. Being part of Eliza Park, there was an opportunity to purchase a mare called Snow Hero, which was our first mare, and she turned into a broodmare gem for us. You know, we grossed over $1.5 million out of her in the time that she was with us.
We really did take off pretty quickly, probably because Brent and Adrian had already been in the industry for about 25 years. We started the business with a small broodmare band, but then we were pinnacling aggressively to make sure we did have good drafts. For the first 10 or 12 years in our business, on gross receipts, we were in the top 3 vendors from the very first year here at Melbourne, and we wanted to make an impression, and I think we've come with about 20 yearlings, and over the years we've sold no less than about 20 yearlings, and a number of years, we peaked at 40 yearlings at Melbourne, so it's been extraordinary from that point of view. It's been quite a journey, and one that we're very proud of.
When I first started at Supreme, the farm was just a small operation, so it was just myself, my wife, Brent and Adrian on farm. You know, we've grown up with Supreme Thoroughbreds and the family atmosphere in the place. You know, me and Beck started off there as a dating couple, and we're now married with 3 kids.
My son's become very heavily involved in the industry, and he's turned into a real high quality horseman, and he's responsible for the way the horses are presented here at this sale. And also my grandson started working for us now, and my wife's involved in the business as well. So it's really become a big family affair for us. I had a knee replacement 2 or 3 years ago, and I got an infection in my knee in the middle of the breeding season, and it turned out to be a horse bug, and it nearly lost my leg. And I was rushed to hospital, and I was in intensive care, major surgery. Oh, it was pretty horrific for me. And then while I was in there, I said I had a bit of a sore throat, and they did a biopsy, and that's when they discovered I had a cancer in my throat. And the first diagnosis was pretty bad, and they sort of didn't give me long to live actually, but luckily for me, they got that wrong. We were able to fight it off, and no, it was very, very tough 12 months for me, for sure.
It was very, very sad for the family. You know, he's always been quite a strong person in our life, never really been sick, so to have 2 things happen in a short amount of time was very eye-opening. Lucky he's a strong person, I suppose. He plays a massive part in the farm, and we always sit back and have a joke and go, oh geez, it's better when he's not around. But when he actually wasn't around, it was tough. You know, he does a lot of things that we don't see, and we had to sort of pick that up, and gave me a much greater respect for him for what he actually does. And
I had absolute confidence from the time that we got the news that Brent was unwell and he had a journey ahead of him for the next 6 to 12 months. I was sure that Ben and Chris was ready to step up. Brent's a magnificent leader, and he's enabled Ben and Chris to grow over the years, and this was just the opening of the door for them to step through. But when you lose the general manager for a 6-month period leading into a major sale, it puts everybody under the pump. There's no doubt about that. The thing I will say is I think it has fast-tracked Ben and Chris's development, and I think the rewards, if you want to call it that, from the situation we were presented with last year with Brent, that's fast-tracked our business to the point where this year, a negative last year is probably a huge positive going into this year, the way that Ben and Chris already had that experience leading into Melbourne last year. So this is really their 2nd year of pretty much being in control of what's landed here at the sales this year.
The whole team had to step up while I was out of the picture, and Chris, in charge of the yearlings, has certainly stepped up. Could not be more proud of what he's done, and anyone that comes and looks at our yearlings this year will see the quality that we've presented. And also Ben, who's been our long-time employee, he stepped up and taken on the running of the farm and the breeding and the foaling. We still foaled down over 100 mares this year, and it was all on his back.
I think it's a testament to the way that the farm is run and the support mechanisms built within the farm to see that we were able to prosper and able to step up with the support of everyone around us.
Me stepping up, it's made me a different person just in that year, a lot more pressure and learning a lot more. I'm learning a lot more about different things to do.
The long-term vision for the business is that this business will become Chris's and Ben's one day, and that they'll be running the business. We hope, we'll be 3, 4, 5 generational. I'm hoping that Ben's kids and Chris's kids can grow on farm, be farm kids, and eventually move into the business as well. So that's the vision for the business for the next 10 or 20 years.
Coming into the sales, I'm always nervous, whereas this year I feel I'm actually quite comfortable, which is a funny feeling to have, but like I said, I think we've just got the stock.
We've already had a lot of good feedback about our drafts, and it's come from right back at the start when Neil's decided which stallions we're going to use. Ben's folded them down and got them through to the weaning stage, and then Chris has taken over and brought them through to the stage we're at now. So it's been a real team effort.
28 horses, and the real joy of it, I think, is the great majority have been either raised on the farm or conceived on the farm. We've got a client, Steve Whitling, that's got a couple of beautiful yearlings here this year. He's got a Toronado Colt. He's a lovely colt. He's going to be going very early. I think he's lot 2. So, just absolutely wrapped for Steve. We've got a horse like that. We've got Eamon McNulty, that's a client that runs a really elite broodmare band for himself. He's probably got 15 or 16 mares, and he's got a filly here by Russian Revolution. That's just a beautiful, all but black filly, and she's just outstanding. She's quality. A number of the mares that we own in conjunction with clients. There's a Star-Spangled Banner mare called KHALAMA. Second foal is a deep field colt that we've got here. And honestly, I think everybody on the farm thinks of the 12 or 14 years that we're presenting yearling, this yearling's as good as a yearling is that we've ever produced. So to go out and specifically buy a mare for Written Tycoon and those top-end stallions, get here and get a result, or we're hoping to get a result with a colt like that, is really pleasing for us and our clients.
It is very satisfying to see the quality of horses that we've brought to the sale, and I'm sure that everyone's going to come down here and go, wow.
Can't contain myself, actually. It's bloody really good. Yeah, I want Sunday to come so we can start selling them.